All right, fellas, I'm out in the garage here today, and I've got a little update on the 37 Chevy Coupe Gasser that I'm working on. I don't get a whole lot of bench time anymore with the wife retired now, and she's kind of turned me into a working man again. So I've got all kind of projects going on. So anytime I can sneak out here and get some bench time in, I do it. So I haven't got a whole lot done, but I did get just a little bit. Y'all know that's the 37 I'm working on. That was given to me by my good friend Roger. I'll sit down here. I did a little mock-up. I've got the first coat of Tamiya's white primer on, and as you can see, I have dug out the door gaps and put a little black wash in there, and did the same thing back here on the deck lid. And I filled in that spot there where the tail light goes, because I am going with, I think, these tail lights here. These were given to me by my good friend Roger. I think these are Ford lights, I'm not sure, but I'm going to put them down here probably on the fender. That's where they're going to go. I got that big old 572 shoved in there. That engine was actually given to me by Rusty Rotor a long time ago. I forgot that I even had it. But boy, I tell you, once I come across it, I knew that was going in here if it would fit, and it just barely did fit. But I got her all wired. Everything's looking good. It's glued in place. I went to Hobby Lobby the other day and picked up some of these ball pins here, and I used the red ones. I cut the metal off of it, and that's the balls for the velocity stacks on the injection system there. Turned out pretty cool. And the hood still goes on. I'm gonna leave my grill off. The hood still goes on just fine. So I think I will glue those balls in place. I'm not sure yet. They're a pain to get on and off there, believe it or not, but I'm not sure really what I'll do with it just yet. But it looks pretty cool. And then if you look at the radiator support rods there, you know, the rods here, they give you little plastic ones in the kit, and boy, I tell you what, I just didn't care for those at all. So like I've done before, I took some paper clips and cut those down to size, and still got to do a little fine tuning on them with the file, but that's what I'm going with, and I like them. The hood still fits on with the balls on the injector stacks and the rods in place, so looking pretty good. I think the stance of this thing is just killer. I really like it. I've got just a little bit of sanding to do on the body after this first coat of primer. For the most part, it looks really nice, but I'm going to go over it with some sandpaper and touch it up and everything before I start my base coat on there. Here's the radiator. I'm hoping that'll fit down in there. Well, I'll tell you, that 572 takes up a lot of real estate in there in a business end. But I painted the top of that brass and got the hose clamps on there, which is bare metal foil. Whoops, sorry guys, thought somebody was coming in the garage. Got the interior painted. That's what I'm going with. That actually is a Rust-Oleum caramel color. I thought that would go good with the orange, because this is what I'm going with, fellas. After I get the body prepped with that primer on there, then I'm going to lay down a couple coats of this chrome silver X11. That'll be my base coat, and then I'm going to go over it with this, to me, is clear orange X26. Now, I've done something similar to this before on my 59 Chevy, and I really liked how it turned out. So I'm hoping, like my granddaddy used to say, hope for the best and expect the worst. But I think everything's looking pretty good. Got a lot of the parts over here done. Those wheelie bars, they come off of the 67 Chevelle. Not sure whether I'm going to use those or not. Just haven't got that far yet. Well, here's some dash plaques from car show. That's one my wife and I went to a couple weeks ago. That was West Side Nut Club Cruise In. That was really nice. A lot of cars there. And then the last one we went to this past Saturday was Shriners Fest. It was down on the river, and they actually had a reenactment of D-Day with the LST 325. That was pretty cool. That was a nice day down on the river. Well, fellas, I think I'm about done here. I don't know of anything else I can tell you. I'm I'm getting there. Let me tell you about the wheels and tires here. I was going to take the chrome out of the Molotov pen and airbrush those wheels, but you know, I had a 4mm tip pen, and I thought, you know what, I did a trial test on an old wheel that I had, and it looked pretty good, so I just took that 4mm pen and went around those wheels, and I like it. I think it turned out pretty good. Alright, fellas, I think that's about all I got. Just wanted to give you all an update. I know it's been a minute, but I just don't get a whole lot of bench time, so anything I can get done, I'll report back to you guys and let you know where I'm at on this 37. I'm itching to get some paint on this thing, I tell you. Alright, fellas, I think I'm done. I'm gone.